Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Tech That Doesn't Byte. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the Obi200 by Polycom device. Now this device will let you basically just ditch away your current landline phone, plug in a standard landline phone to this device, and it converts it to a VoIP service. Basically, you can have free phone service with this device once you purchased it. And I wanted to take a look at it, see how well does it perform, and also some of the positives and negatives about using this device. So let's get right onto it. So the first thing you'll notice is how small this device is, and it's perfect if you don't want like a giant device that's taking up so much space, because you're gonna have to plug in a basic landline phone to the phone jack behind this Polycom device. And also, you're also going to need a wire Ethernet connection. Basically, it will plug in directly into your modem, your router, or possibly even if you have Ethernet drops around your house, you could plug it there as well. And you plug it in directly into a power source. Once you have all that set up, you're going to have to set up your account on the ObiTalk website. Now, this is where you're going to do all the setup. And I gotta say, it's a pretty, easy and quick process. I was able to add a Google Voice account, which I'll be using to test this device. And all I did was I just added my Google Voice account, asked me the Google Voice login, and I can do things like set this as the primary phone line if I wanted to add additional Google Voices. You can actually add more than one VoIP service, and they have a whole list of which service they support. You can also add multiple devices to your ObiTalk account. So basically you can create a kind of a small little work area that has multiple ObiHai devices and just connect them all together. And there's also a section where you can actually make extensions and other things like that as well. So after setting up my ObiTalk account and added my device and added my Google Voice accounts, I tested out, calling the device, and let's see what happens.
Hello viewers, how are you today?
Yeah, so how does it sound, man?
Well, it doesn't sound too bad. You're on speaker, so I can tell that much. It's not bad, honestly. It works. So, there doesn't seem to be a delay either in having you respond to me, which is good also. It was having that kind of a problem last time.
Well, yeah, there were problems in my neighborhood, so.
Right, there's that whole fire thing going on,
Yep.
Whatever about that. No, but you sound pretty good. I mean, for speakerphone, you sound pretty good.
Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, it works.
Hello?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I do hear you. Absolutely. Yeah, keep talking for a sec.
Yeah, it definitely works.
Yeah, no, it works very well. It works very well.
Yeah. Well, one thing I do notice is that, since we have this set as Google Voice, if your phone, if your landline phone has an answering machine, you can't use that because it goes through the Google voicemail instead. So all your voicemail has to be set up on Google Voice.
Right. Yeah, I remember actually leaving a message yesterday on that. I'm like, oh, well, okay, yeah, I guess for whatever reason was it got because their internet was getting spotted because of the fire down your street and all that. But yeah. No, but you sound good though. You sound pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. I like it so far.
Yay!
Yay!
Hurrah!
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this, this is part one of the interview. Or part one of the review, not interview, but I am kind of interviewing this guy right now. So Jeff right here Jeff on the other end is going to review this product as well.
I'm going to make that effort. Yes, absolutely I will. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
For sure.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, take care, buddy.
One thing you do need to be aware of is that there is no E911 service with this device, so you can't make emergency phone calls. So if you are using Google Voice as one of your SIPs, then obviously Google Voice does not support E911 calls, so you can't use it for emergency services. There is a bright side to that. You can add a E911 service, through ObiTalk. Now they do have a listing of which servers still use that will provide E911. And it's a subscription base, so you do have to pay a monthly, or I believe you have to pay up a year front. But the fee with this is that it's much cheaper than what you will be paying, you know, in your regular landline monthly service. So it's definitely a benefit if you want to use this device with emergency services. A downside to this is that you do need a very strong connection for this device to work properly. And it's reasonable because this is a VoIP phone and you want the most stable connection in order to have a good conversation on the phone without, you know, having a drop call or some sort of weird wireless frequency kind of interfering your internet connection. There is no built-in Wi-Fi for this, but you can get their USB Wi-Fi dongle if you do really need it. So I highly recommend that you do have a strong internet connection and also use this on a wire Ethernet connection, because you don't want to start experiencing drop calls and, you know, interference. So this unit I tested only has one phone jack port, but you can upgrade it to get a second phone jack port. So you can add another landline or possibly even a fax line, like a fax machine if you do have that lying around. I wasn't able to test that because I do not have a fax machine at the moment, but if you do want two phone jacks in this device, you're gonna have to upgrade. So overall, I do like this functionality of the device. And if you're looking to ditch your traditional landline, now this is probably one of the devices that I would definitely recommend. Now, again, there is some trade-off, you know, if you want the security and the feeling of having a landline for emergency calls, then definitely this might not be the best solution, because you gotta think of it this way. If something happens to your internet connection, you won't be able to make phone calls and receive phone calls, and you won't definitely be able to make emergency phone calls. So it is heavily reliant on your internet connection. So it all depends on your situation and how it works out for you. But what do you think of the Polycom Obi200 device? Do you have one? What's been the experience for you? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for part 2 of this review, because Jeff is going to take a look at this Polycom Obi200 device and he's going to give you his opinion about using it. And also, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell notification so you get notified of new videos, and feel free to check out some of these other videos that we've been making. See you guys next time.